All right, one more wide receiver, and then we'll go to our favorite position of the tight end. So we've got T. Higgins, wide receiver 60, or Diontae Johnson at wide receiver 62. We're just talking about in the trade here. So, Eric, hit us.
This kind of feels like a redux version of the Devonta Smith and Deebo Samuel question, and I will follow the same logic. I'll go with T. Higgins. His role in this offense has not changed. Really a lot of his struggles this season have been tied to Joe Burrow nursing his way back from that calf injury. He actually is one of only 7 people that has more unrealized air yards than Devonta Smith, right? So I think as Burrow gets healthier, we get much more of last season's version of T. Higgins. And while Diontae Johnson is clearly no slouch himself, I do think that some of that elite volume that we've kind of gotten accustomed to with him over these last few years, like that's probably work that's going to go George Pickens' way when he returns, based on how he's played while Johnson was absent, right? So for these kind of high volume compiler type players, like you take away any of their volume and it really hurts their standing. So I'll go with Higgins.
Mm-hmm. Jake?
So ironically, I have to mention 2 T. Higgins managers. Please don't worry about drops. Let Diontae Johnson from last year be your beacon of light for that. T. Higgins has dropped a ton of passes this year, and it's been frustrating to watch, but he's going to keep getting targeted. With that said, I would actually prefer Diontae Johnson. I think it's a matter of how we view George Pickens. So I view him differently than I think that you do, Eric, which is I think that George Pickens was incredible in especially the last couple of weeks that we saw him, but they weren't safe throws that were being made to him. It was like the desperation gotta have it throws still with George Pickens, which is what his role is, and he's very good at it. But I do think when Diontae Johnson comes back, his role as that like very safe guy in this type of offense is probably, I think he still leads the team in targets the rest of the way. So in full PPR, I just barely give the edge to Diontae.
Yeah, Jake, while I agree with you in premise about everything you said, I'm still going to go with T. Higgins. Like Eric said, like, just give me the offense. T. Higgins can go on any other team and be a wide receiver 1 immediately. He just happens to have one of the best wide receivers in the league ahead of him, which
Tyler Boyd.
Tyler Boyd, which cuts into his production. But yeah, I'm not worried about T. Higgins. The offense is getting it together. So give me the guy in the more explosive offense.
I like that you led into that by saying, I agree with you in everything that you just said, and also go fuck yourself, because that's completely wrong. I want T. Higgins.
The way that you set that up, I thought this was about to get personal. Like, while I agree on salience with every argument that you just made, I don't like you. So I'm going with T. Higgins. It sounded like it was getting personal.